I'm coming. Welcome to the holiday edition of Awesome Arms. Earlier than planned, I acknowledge, but with the holidays, I had to shift my studio schedule around. So here we are. Enjoy it. So today you do need a lighter toning ball or dumbbell, 3 to 5 pounds, as well as anything else for more biceps and triceps. So I have a 3, a 5, and an 8. The 5 and the 8 are in a set. The 3 is off by itself because I'm only going to need one of those. We are starting today lying on your side. We're going to get some rotator cuff work in. So go ahead, get sideline. So it's important as you're doing these that the shoulders really stay still so there's no body sway. So if you have a wall or a couch or a bed that you can put your back up against until you really learn to stabilize and isolate, that's going to be more helpful. All right, so grabbing onto that toning ball. Bottom rib is lifted. You have a little unweighting at your waist. Try to get the head, a natural extension of the spine. And again, if you're up against the couch, the wall, bed, get your head back as far as you're comfortable having it. It may not touch all the way because we all tend to be a little bit forward head with technology these days, but it's a start in working on that posture, right? All right, elbows in at your side, hold on to the toning ball. So you're slowly going to rotate up and then slowly bring it back down. So you're trying to keep the shoulder in the socket still. The shoulder blade stays still. You're just turning that shoulder, that arm, the humerus in that shoulder and that socket. Okay, watch the wrist, keep it straight. So again, working on rotator cuffs. So we're keeping it light, 3 to 5 pounds or less, because of the size of the muscles. If we do more than that, then the big muscles take over, and we really want to focus on the little ones. So slow up and then slower on the way down. Again, take your time, control this. This is easy to let go, just like I always tell you guys. Slower on the way down than you did on the way up. All right, one more here. Shake it out if you need to. And then this arm is going to come straight forward. Shoulder blade stays back again. You're going to lift most of the way to the ceiling. So look up. So your toning ball, your weight should be slightly in front of your body. That is going to keep muscle or tension on the muscles on the back of the shoulder blade. So up again, pause. And then slow and control down. You're coming down just a parallel and then release back up. Again, it's that control element. So you're working those same 2 muscles on the back of the shoulder blade, just in a different joint action. So they might be a little bit fatigued depending on how strong they are or not. So take your time here. And again, feeling back of the shoulder blade, doing the work. Slowly down and back up. So try to keep the elbows straight without being locked. You notice that you're doing a lot of bending and straightening. I do suggest lightening the weight. So evidently, I could have gone with a 2-pounder today. All right, let's just do one more here. And then the arm comes down by your side. All right, palm is down, checking with your set, how the body position is. And then you're just gonna lift up. So you want about a 30-degree angle at the arm, at the shoulder. Just up a little bit and then down. You can even think about just a hand width off your hip. That's all. So we're again getting into the rotator cuff. Small muscles, they do small ranges of motion. If it gets too heavy, you just put your toning ball down. Trust me, it's still getting some work. Definitely should have gone with 2 pounds today. It's okay. This is a strong rotator cuff set. So if you're fatigued and you're not used to doing this, it is really okay. All right, last one. All right, let's flip all over and do the other side. All right, again, get your setup first and foremost. So long spine, hips and shoulders stacked, bottom rib is lifted, core is engaged, and then where's that head in relationship with the rest of the spine? Elbow in at your side. And again, lighten the toning ball if you need to, slowly rotate up. How high can you go and keep the shoulder in place? Keep the shoulders stacked, keep the wrists straight. So trying to keep that elbow around a 90-degree mark. Slowly up, slower on the way down. Slowly up, slower on the way down. So again, notice shoulder blade, working on developing that sense of what is your body doing in space. Let's do 2 more. and then shake it out. And then that arm reaches straight forward. Again, shoulder blade back, take it up, pause, look up. So again, the hand, the toning ball, the weight is in front of the body, and then slowly bring it back down to parallel to the ground. Take it back up. Again, keep it slightly in front of that torso. Take it up, slightly in front of that torso. Again, watch the elbow, try to keep it relatively straight. So a little bit of bend is perfectly fine. We want to avoid straightening and bending as we're doing the exercise. And again, notice where you feel it. So I know this is my weaker side, so I'm already feeling those muscles starting to fatigue. So let's do about 3 or 4 more. Again, watch the core, keep it nice and stable. Last one, and up, and then take it down over your hip. Again, I'm going to drop the toning ball. So from here, just up, just a little bit, and then back down. So watch your range of motion. Watch, keep it small. Smaller is better here. Even if it's just a small lift off your hip, that's fine. Up to 30 degrees or so, that's great. Again, shoulder blade moving just a little bit, shoulder staying in the socket. But again, that shoulder blade stays relatively fixed on the rib cage. Nothing's ever hard, static, no movement. It's always slightly dynamic. Got a couple more. Last one here. And release. All right, go ahead and sit or stand up, depending on where you are. Grab onto the next level of weight, or you choose the one you want. And then thumbs are going to turn out. You're slowly going to lift up. I'm going to get the other 3. And then slowly release it down. Evidently, it's been one of those weeks. All right, so slowly up, and then slow on the way down. Slowly up. So as you're doing this, you notice that pause at the top. So it's easy to just kind of let yourself throw the weight up. And again, I don't want it to be so heavy that you have to do that. I want you to think about the shoulders doing the work to lift, the neck is staying relaxed. So if that means you drop the weights totally to be able to do this, then please do so. Again, what weight works for you here? So up, pause, and then down. And again, that pause is getting momentum out of there at the top, makes you reset. Think about how you're getting the muscles to do the work and what muscles are doing the work. And again, slow at the bottom, pause, lift. Do a couple more. Last one. And then release. All right. Grabbing the heavier weights. Again, you choose what you want. So we're doing a little combo here. So start with the arms by your side. You're going to curl up. Then you're going to bring the elbows up. The elbows extend back. You can lean forward just a little bit from the spine, from the hips. So extend the arms, slow release. So bicep curl, lift the elbows, elbows back, extend the elbows, release. Bicep curl. Remember those biceps cross the shoulder and the elbow. So we want to get all aspects in there. And again, go with what's comfortable with you on range of motion. Up, elbows, and where can you put those dumbbells so that you get more range? So as I'm repeating this, I like them on top of my shoulders. That gives me a comfortable range. And again, you get a little bit of body sway because we are going back and forth, but again, minimize it. Control it, think about the core engaged. Last set here. All right, then the last thing we're going to do are low rows. So starting a lawnmower, hands supported on the thigh to start, bend the elbow, pull in, and release. Bend the elbow, pull in. So bringing it into the rib cage, keep that elbow in close. Again, get a little bit more bicep. Some days it's all about just getting everything to move, right? One more. And then the other arm, again, support yourself. Core is engaged, long through the low back. It feels nice and comfortable. You're pulling up by the rib cage. Pull up, slow on the way down. Shoulder blade may feel like it's sliding in a little bit. Elbows pulling up toward the ceiling. We got a couple more. And release. And you are done for today. I will not be here on Friday. I'm taking a vacation. You have yourself a great Thanksgiving. I'm just checking for Facebook messages. Yep, we're good. All right, I'll see you next Monday, normal time.